How many times have you heard this? You have to pick a side. Are you the logical, analytical type, or are you the creative, out-of-the-box thinker? Well, today, we're going to completely blow up that myth. We're going to explore the incredible power that comes when you stop choosing a side and start mastering both. So let me ask you, right now, which one do you think you are? Do you see yourself as the person who carefully works through the steps, the problem solver, or are you the one who makes these wild, unexpected connections? See, most of us kind of lean one way, but what if that's the totally wrong question to be asking in the first place? And boom, here it is. This one sentence is the key to everything. Lateral thinking does not replace logical thinking. The whole point isn't for one to beat the other. No, the real magic, the big innovations, they happen when these two forces work together in synergy.
All right, so here's our game plan. We'll kick things off with the myth itself. Then we'll dive into the power of logic, followed by the leap of lateral thinking. Then, the really cool part, we'll see exactly how they work together, and finally, how you can use all this to unlock your own inner innovator.
Okay, first things first. Let's talk about the engine of our thinking, logic. This is your foundation. It's the raw power that pushes our understanding forward in a way that's structured, reliable, and honestly, super powerful.
So what do we actually mean by logical thinking? Well, it's all about process. It's being systematic. It's rational. It follows these proven, sound steps to get you from point A to point B to point C. It's the force that lets us build a solid case, solve problems we've seen before, and just make that steady, undeniable progress. Logic kind of has its own personality. It's sequential. One step has to follow the next. It's analytical, always breaking big, messy problems into smaller, neater pieces. And this is key, it's convergent. It's always trying to narrow things down to find that one single correct answer. It loves established paths.
But what happens when that established path leads you straight into a brick wall? Or what if the best solution isn't on the path at all? Well, that's when we need to pull out a totally different tool. That's when we need our creative spark, lateral thinking.
See, lateral thinking isn't about moving forward on the same path. It's about moving sideways. It's about purposefully stepping off the obvious trail and looking at the problem from a completely fresh, sometimes even kind of weird perspective. It's the art of the sneak attack on a problem.
And right here, you can see just how different it is from logic. Where logic is sequential, one step after another, lateral thinking is associative, jumping between ideas like a pinball. Instead of being purely analytical, it's provocative. It loves to challenge our assumptions, just to see what might happen. And most importantly, it's divergent. It isn't looking for one right answer, it's looking for tons of possibilities. It doesn't just follow paths, it literally creates brand new ones.
Okay, so we've got this powerful logical engine and this path-finding creative spark. But how in the world do they actually work together? This, right here, is the absolute core of what we're talking about today.
When you put them side by side like this, their different jobs become so clear. Logic is vertical. It digs one hole deeper and deeper. Lateral thinking is horizontal. It explores the whole landscape to see if there's a better spot to start digging. One focuses on what's right, the other on what's different.
Now, please, let this sink in, because this is the crucial point. Lateral thinking is not an alternative to logic. It's a partner. Its job is to grab our powerful logical engine when it's chugging down a dead-end track and shift it over to a brand new, way more promising one.
Think about it like this. Your logical mind is a freight train. It's powerful, it's precise, and it's barreling down the track. Now, a lateral insight, that aha moment, is like someone throwing a railway switch. The train doesn't stop. Its power doesn't go away. It just seamlessly moves onto a completely different track, heading toward a new destination you never would have reached before.
So this is way more than just a cool theory about thinking, right? Understanding the synergy between logic and lateral thinking has a real, tangible payoff. This is how you stop just solving problems and start innovating.
The real goal here is to equip yourself with a complete mental toolkit. Because when you can consciously switch between the deep, focused power of logic and the wide-open exploration of creativity, you unlock breakthrough solutions that are just impossible to find if you only stick to one mode of thinking.
So here's your new toolkit. You're going to use your logic engine to analyze, to refine, to really execute an idea with total precision. But when you get stuck, you intentionally fire up your lateral mind to break patterns and find a new place to start.
True mastery is just knowing when it's time to throw that switch.
And that brings us to the final thought I want to leave you with. Think about a problem you've been stuck on for a while. A challenge that feels like you're just hitting your head against a wall. Now, knowing what you know now, what old problem are you going to look at with a brand new path?